In this video, we're going to talk about if you want to make a lot of money in sales, why taking a sales training is the last thing that you should be doing, and why most of the time you never really need to take one anyway. So in most cases, if you're a beginner, sales trainings are just a waste of time. You were just a better getting on calls. It's just a better idea to get started. The amount of people who buy sales trainings off of the internet before they even have a sales job or have even started taking calls is an insanely large number of people. People are basically just terrified of taking action, so they study information to make them feel like they're getting closer to their goals, which is total bullshit. And I've never taken a sales training. I've done 30K a month in sales. I've done over 20K a month in sales for almost 18 months straight, and I've never taken a sales training, ever. I just learned by doing it, by taking thousands and thousands of sales calls. And people just think that sales training, for some reason, is going to make them more money, which I do not understand. And they completely ignore what is actually important. So let's get into all this. On the internet, there's tons, I know you've seen them, there's tons of people who sell you sales trainings, but they don't actually help you get into a good sales role where you can make the money. So why do these people make so much money selling trainings? Because they understand the way that your mind works. People love to buy information. They love to take trainings because it makes them feel like they're moving closer to their goals while also not having to do anything uncomfortable. So listen to this again. People love to buy information because it makes them feel like they're moving closer to their goals while also not having to do anything uncomfortable. They just think, well, let me take this sales training because that will translate to me being able to get a good job in the future. Even though there's nothing in those trainings about how to land, interview, find the good jobs, basically. And it's just more comfortable for you to sit in front of a computer and watch a sales training than it is to do outreach and try to get a job. Right? It's more comfortable to just do what you're doing now. Sit in front of a screen and watch these videos than it is to do the difficult stuff. Outreach, put yourself out there, fix your internet appearance, search for jobs, right? Most people are just looking for a easy, comfortable way to achieve their goals that doesn't require them to do anything difficult or make any mistakes. But guess what, dumbass? Nothing like that exists. That's a normal average person fantasy that you're gonna find the easiest, best way to achieve your goal. It's all hard. Bro, you're going to make tons of mistakes, period. There's no goal ever, anything that can be achieved without a ton of uncomfortable hard work. There is no easy button. If there was, some loser would have already found it and all the losers would be successful. You know what I'm saying? That's your proof that it doesn't exist. So what are examples of this with high ticket sales? People don't want to do outreach because it's uncomfortable to put yourself out there over and over and just get rejected, possibly hundreds of times. Instead, people want to feel good, right? And they think, well, let me take this sales training. You know, this is going to help me get closer to that great job, and that makes them feel good, right? Because they're lying to themselves. Notice how we are talking about feelings and not results. This is just how the brain works. People just want to do what feels good, so they lie to themselves and they say things like, well, I don't think I'm ready yet. It's not the right time. I need to take a training first, right? I need to get ready. Or at least I'm studying how to get better, right? Let me just take it slow. Let me just dip my toe in. This guy online that sells sales training told me that I'm doing the right thing, right? So I'm moving closer to my goals. This is going to help my future and help me get a great job. All this is fucking bullshit. And I'll give you an example. You can take two different people, okay? The first person is very intelligent. They've taken multiple sales trainings. They're well-spoken. They're educated. They're presentable, all right? But they don't do any outreach. They don't network or put themselves out there at all. They just isolate and hide behind their computer. The second person is a complete idiot. People he knows thinks he's pretty stupid. He's never even heard of a sales training. And he's got a few social ticks where you're like, man, this guy's kind of weird. What's wrong with that guy? But the second guy, mass spam outreaches to businesses every single day. He doesn't give a fuck about getting rejected. He's not even thinking about that. He's not trying to do it right. He doesn't care about messing up. He's just trying to get into a high-paying sales role as fast as possible. That's the only thing he's thinking about. So he puts himself out there online ridiculously, and he just takes a ton of action every single day. Guess which one of these people is going to get the highest paying sales role the fastest? The stupid person, the idiot. I didn't even need to answer that for you. You already know, because he's doing the actual needle moving work that's going to get him into the high paying role. So the idiot's already stacking 10K months while you are on like your 4th sales training and dreaming about the magical day you're going to make a lot of money in sales. This next line is the most important line in the video. You just got to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, is what I'm doing today actually helping me get to the dream future and my goals? Like the dream future that I want, the goals that I think about all the time, is what I'm doing literally today, right now in the present moment, getting me to that in reality. Scrolling isn't getting you there. Watching YouTube videos isn't getting you there. You know what I'm saying? So if you just constantly ask that question, you can snap yourself out of all the delusion and lies you tell yourself, and you can get back on track. So is this sales training, here's another question you can ask, is this sales training that I just bought helping me get a great sales job and translating to me making a lot of money? Or am I just procrastinating because I don't want to do the actual work that's going to be really uncomfortable? So I know that many of you watching this can relate to what I'm saying. So do you want to have better sales skills or do you want to make more money? If you want to make more money, open up your phone right now. Turn this video off. Go start searching high ticket sales jobs for the next 6 hours and apply to every single one you see. Even if you think you aren't qualified or I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm so sick of hearing that shit, bro. Just do it. Who cares? You'll figure it out through doing it. Just start firing off messages to businesses. Literally right now. Are you hiring? Do you need a salesperson? I'm hungry. I'm ready to work, right? Don't do that for one day, but do it every single day until you succeed, even if that's for a year. I did outreach every day for like 9 months until the fitness coach brought me on to close for him. I was prepared to do it for years if I had to. It's like, what are you waiting for, bro? You're waiting for it to be comfortable and for you to feel ready and like you're going to figure out the right way to do it, and none of those things are coming, ever. That day is never going to come. You'll go your entire life waiting to feel ready, and one day you'll wake up and realize that that shit never happened. And when I've talked about this on here before, when I see people do this, which is like 99% of people, just all this researching, this studying, this living up in their mind, but not in reality, and just never taking any action, it always makes me think of that movie Collateral with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx, where they're in the cab and Tom Cruise is like, someday this, like, how long you been thinking about doing this, bro? Someday this, someday that, someday my dream is going to come, and then one day you're going to wake up and realize that shit never happened and you are old. But I just want to stress again, from my experience doing this, I've learned that if you want to succeed at anything, and especially at high ticket sales, it's all about the offer, okay? It's all about getting into the good opportunity, doing the needle moving tasks. And the good news is there's thousands of those opportunities for you to find, but you got to do the work. Now, caveats to what I've said here about sales training. One, sales training is very valuable when you are a intermediate or advanced salesperson and you are trying to go to the next level, or you are a business owner that needs to get better at sales. All right. It is absolutely valuable for those people, but most people are not in those positions. All right. And two, for beginners, many good roles in businesses are going to have you take a training anyway before like putting you on calls. So you're wasting your time again. You just need to find the role, find the opportunity. And there's just very few instances where I would recommend a beginner take a sales training before looking for and starting to get on calls. I can't even think of an example. Not one. You're just going to learn everything that you need to learn by getting on calls, by getting into the role and getting the practice, doing the reps. It's the same for everything. You get good at life or anything you want to do by going out and living life and just having a lot of experiences, whether that's good or bad, not by trying to learn everything about life through a computer. Because everything you learn through a screen or from a video, when you go to do that shit in reality, you're going to find out, oh, this is not the same. This doesn't really work that well. I have to take lots of action to figure it out. YouTube videos are literally just wasting the temporary time I have on this earth. Like you need to turn off the information, bro. Start taking action. So training definitely has its place. It's definitely very important and valuable. I'm not saying that they're useless or that they aren't part of the industry, but most people need to use common sense. Taking sales trainings are not getting you into a good job. doing the actions every day to find a good role, applying to more roles, outreaching more, learning how to vet businesses and evaluate them, going on more interviews, that's what's going to lead to you getting into the high-paying role that you want. Just think about it like this, and I'll leave you with this. If you get on an interview, and sometimes this will hopefully drive it home. If you get on an interview and you're like, oh, I took this sales training, they don't fucking care. They're not going to be like, oh, wow, hey, bro, everyone get in here. This guy took a sales training, you know? No one cares. And another semi-related thing on this is salespeople that are obsessed with constant role playing and like script rehearsal and objection handling practice and all this fucking silly shit. While these things can be important to refine your sales skills, they shouldn't be the foundation, okay? The main thing that's going to get you better at sales, like the 80-20 or whatever, the 95-5, the thing that's going to get you there is going to be getting on calls, taking thousands of them, talking to more real humans, you know, closing more deals, reps. The guy that never role plays or has ever looked at a script, but he's taken like 100 times more calls than someone, he's just going to run you over. He's just going to mop the floor with you because he's doing the thing all the time, while most people are just studying the thing all the time. Understand? So that's what you should be doing. Applying more, reaching out more, connecting more, trying to get a good job where you can get on calls as fast as possible. So that's the end of the video. If you want my help getting a good closer role or a setter role, go to the links in the description. Until next time.